19,980 killed, 12,362 kidnapped under Bola Ahmed Tinubu. CSOs raise alarm. A coalition of civil society organizations has disclosed that no fewer than 19,980 persons have been killed, while at least 12,362 others were abducted across Nigeria since President assumed office in May 2023. The coalition, in a joint statement issued on Thursday to commemorate the 9th National Day of Mourning with the theme Nigerian Lives Matter, and signed by 52 organizations, cited data collected from massatrocities.org, revealing that at least 1,486 security personnel have been killed. The organizations include Global Rights, Budget, Center for Social Justice, for Transparency Advocacy, Center SD Civil Society, Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, Center for Information Technology and Development, CITAD, Citizens and Advocacy for Social and Economic Rights, CASEL, Clean Technology Hub, CLAEN Foundation, among others. According to the report, at least 865 students have been abducted from schools across the nation since 2023, while thousands of children remain displaced or out of classroom, worsening Nigeria's out-of-school children crisis. The coalition also expressed concern over alleged extrajudicial killings and civilian casualties during security operations, including repeated incidents of incidental or accidental airstrikes on civilian communities. The group stated that the figures, which exclude casualties from regular crimes such as armed robbery, highlights the severity of insecurity in a country that insists it is not at war. They noted that from the insurgency and terrorist attack to kidnapping and extrajudicial killings, Nigerians across all regions continue to suffer violent attack while perpetrators operate with boldness and impunity. The coalition said the persisting atrocities reflect deeper governance failures and the erosion of the value placed on human life. Communities are repeatedly attacked despite prior warnings and visible patterns of violence. Survivors are often left without justice, rehabilitation, compensation, or even acknowledgement from state. And the statement read, the organizations further warned that the insecurity is worsening from food inflation as farmers are unable to safely access their farmlands, while schools increasingly operate under fear of attack and abduction. It criticized what is described as a contradiction between the government's surveillance capability and its inability to dismantle the kidnapping and ransom networks operating across the country. The group further accused the political class of focusing more on permutations for the 2027 elections instead of addressing insecurity. We remind them that Catholics do not vote, and the erasure of communities means these words cannot record verifiable votes, the statement added. The statement noted that the National Day of Mourning was established as a citizen-led initiative to honor victims of mad atrocities and violent killings, while demanding accountability from those constitutionally responsible for protecting lives and property. The coalition called on the federal government to urgently fulfill its constitutional responsibility of protecting lives and properties, prosecute perpetrators of violent crimes, and strengthen intelligence gathering and rapid response systems, disrupt kidnapping and ransom networks, and provide humanitarian support for victims and displaced persons. It also demanded improved protection for schools, farming communities, women, children, and other vulnerable groups disproportionately affected by insecurity. The organizations reaffirmed their commitment to amplifying the voices of victims, demanding accountability from public office holders. Nigeria cannot continue to gather annually to mourn the dead while failing daily to protect the living. We refuse to become desensitized to preventable killings. Nigeria's life matters, the statement added. So, this is Nigeria. This is the current happening in Nigeria, and here we'll give you update on what is happening in Nigeria. Please do to subscribe and like these videos, as you'll get notified when we upload a new video on the latest happening in Nigeria.